Health is wealth. You heard a lot of people say this. You heard a lot of insurance companies say this. And nowadays you find every second day in the newspapers, full-page advertisements advocating health. Now when you go to that gym, most members of the gym, there are only two types of members in the gym. Those that have been told by the doctor, better do something otherwise, ... And there's another group which decides, I think the only way a lady is going to look at me is if I have 6 packs. Look, I want to tell you something. It doesn't matter even if you have a family pack like I have. What is important is, are you young? Are you fit? Age is not a number. I don't want to embarrass a particular gentleman here. He's sitting here. He is 72. He runs. He swims. Every Sunday, he picks up a bicycle and he goes to the Bhagavad Vidyapeeth from a distance, say Manav Mandir, from Manav Mandir to the Bhagavad Vidyapeeth, not a short distance, he cycles. He goes there, walks up and down, picks up some prasad from there, and on his way back, he drops in at my place to give me that laddu. And that's the time I'm getting out of my bed. The gentleman is my father-in-law. Now, the question is, it's not about how he is able to do it at this age because he is working out. Yes, he is working out. It's not the question of his working out now. The question is, what was he doing when he was your age? And what are you doing when you are your age about your health? There is this famous Latin saying, which we translate into English as, a healthy mind resides in a healthy body. I wish to make a correction. I wish to make a modification. Maybe a healthy mind resides in a healthy body, but what is it that makes that body healthy? It's the mind. You can put on the alarm, you can get out of bed, you can slip into your track suit, you can go and open the door, Thandu chhe bhai, and you can come back and get into the bed and say, Kaal thi sharu karis. You can stand outside a bakery or a confectionery, lust looking at that piece of black forest, stop, go back, move forward, stop, go back, and then rush into that confectionery saying, Kal se dieting karungi. The choice is yours. But believe me, it is the mind that drives the body. And if it's the mind that drives the body, how young are you keeping your mind? Let me give you a very interesting tip. Or tell you something very humorous. Every morning, when the newspaper comes, and in Ahmedabad you get a lot of papers, the Pastiwala also gives you a lot of money. The newspaper comes in 3 or 4 parts. Now, while my son reaches for the Ahmedabad Mirror, I don't know, maybe there are a lot of interesting pictures there. He's a photographer. My wife reaches for the main newspaper probably because she wants to see whether her husband's page is there on, photograph is there on page 3 or not. I look for the Ahmedabad Times. No, it's not to go and look at the back page with all those beautiful Hollywood babes, but I open that page where you have what's it, Mensa puzzle, bullseye, word games, number games, and believe me, I try and beat myself every day in getting those words listed down as soon as possible. Wonderful way to begin the day. What mind games are you playing? Oh, when you start working, you'll probably think of playing mind games with your boss or with your subordinates and things like that. Let me tell you, the corporate world is not as dirty a jungle as most of you imagine or fear. Actually, life is beautiful. ... Conditions apply. It's extremely important for you to know one thing, that if you keep your mind young, you can keep your body young. A lot of old colleagues of mine who've been around, been students of mine, who probably seeing me after 5 or 6 years, old students of mine, will tell me, Your voice remains the same, which is why I began by saying I don't want to use a microphone. And your energy remains the same. It isn't because I'm working out. My wife tells me that the biggest achievement of mine at the gym is keeping both people on either side of me on the treadmills in good humor. It's about how mentally young you are, how mentally fit you are. It's not about six packs. You don't need to develop biceps and triceps and things like that. You don't necessarily need to. And for all youngsters who are not married, let me give you a tip. Muscles only scare people. Okay? It's about how alert you are, how quick you are at grasping things. And if you're mentally fit, you've got to be physically fit. But please look after your health. It'll be a damn good thing. You know, nowadays, when you go to see a movie, especially in the multiplexes, you're all bothered by these long advertisements that come, no? Where they take a sponge and squeeze it and a lot of nicotine, and you say, hey, I don't want to see it, and you close your eyes. My tip, keep both your eyes wide open and spare that stick. Kick that butt. You don't need to kick anybody's butt. You just need to kick that butt. Don't smoke. Please. It'll set you free of a lot of issues in life. So health is wealth.